Now see, before I go to that, we have a water pump here, water tank and water distribution. When the water pump is on, it is pumping the water against the gravity, isn't it? It is having more workload. But heart just pumps blood, right? That's what you know from basic education. Now what is this peripheral heart? Next. Now this calf muscle is the peripheral heart. This is the real heart. And the central heart, what we have beating, because it is beating, you are having fancy towards that. But the calf muscle is the one which is working more than the heart. That's why the importance is why we tell you to walk. I'll tell you what happens. Next. Now whenever you walk, the calf muscle will contract and pushes the blood against the gravity to the heart. So it works more. That's why we tell walking is better than anything else. Right? Next. So whenever you walk, you see the vein, when it contracts, the blood is pumped against the gravity. So that takes maximum of the load. Next. So heart actually half sucks the blood, half pumps the blood. But peripheral heart always pumps the blood against the gravity. So that's the best mechanism for exercise. So what you can do, normal or brisk walk, apply rule of 66, cycling, sit up or stand up exercise, lifting the toe or bringing it back with balance. These are all the important things that pumps the blood against the gravity. Now I just kept in the bracket, rule of 66. Now that I will tell later. If I tell now, the enthusiasm will go on. So next. Now what is this? The same diagram I am showing here. Now what I am just showed here, you can see the hand here. In that you are not seeing the hand. That is the person who is doing exercise got the shape, right? Next. Ratri Charya, night. What will do? Next. Next. Don't take full meal at night. Walk for 100 steps before going to bed. It's optional. Nobody will count and walk nowadays for 100 steps. That's for sure. Go to bed within first prahara of night. That's within 3 hours after sunset or 3 hours after dinner, preferably before 10. Before 10. Next. But we usually take full meals at night and go to bed immediately near between 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. a.m. is we are actually sleeping next day. Already it's 12 a.m. So we are changing the biological clock. You can see here classical concept 4:30 to 6 is the what we have to get up to 10, one part, 10 to 2, 2 to 6, 6 to 10. We got 4 parts. Now see in 6 to 10 you can see light breakfast, follow task list. Then again come to 2 to here up to sunset we have a great task list. Next morning we have a light dinner in the evening, and again from 10 to 6 we should sleep. Almost we get 7 to 8 hours sleep. That we are not doing that. Next. Even in the modern concept, the same is told. We have hormonal changes according to the diurnal variation. The same has been told in modern, which holds good for the nowadays also. Next. Next. Now if you see, we have classical concept 6 seasons. Now each 2 seasons, 1 Rutu we got. The Shishira, Vasanta, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad and Hemanta. 6. 2 months, 1 season. Next. So this is how it is classified. So you can see you are given the English also, like March, April, May. So if I start with Hemanta, Shishira, Vasanta, Grishma, Varsha, and each season you have a specific thing should be taken more to maintain the health. Next. I just summarized, simplified. What is the seasonal junction between the 2 seasons? Next. Last 7 days of previous season and the next 7 days of the present season is called the 14 days is called as the Ritu Sandhi, the seasonal junction. Next. This is more vulnerable for the disease. So few key things to be considered in the season is, next, you see in the March, April, food to be taken is barley and ginger. This should be more in your diets. Next. April, May, June, sweet, cool, liquid food, ghee, milk and plenty of water to rehydrate. Next. Food not to be taken April, May, June. Excess of salt and bitter substance. Activities. Only in this season it is allowed to have a nap during the daytime, not sleep. Remember this. 15 to 20 minutes nap only in this season. This is exclusively told to avoid the disease. Next. June, July, August, drinks and diet mixed with honey, salt, sour and oily fruits, old cereals and barley. Next.
Where is it?
Never take warm honey or honey mixed with warm water. It is toxin. Some people want to reduce body weight and they'll add with lime juice with honey, warm water. It's toxin. Next. June, July, August, healthy nourishing foods with little fats and oils, as digestion will be very stronger in this season. You know, in rainy season we have a very good appetite. We want to eat all these fried things. Next. August, September, October, then sweet, cold, little bitter, honey and ghee can be taken. Next. August, September, October, you can take curds. As a general rule, avoid taking curd at night for lifetime. Remember this. Don't take curd at night for lifetime. Buttermilk is good. Next. Lots of studies has been done to prove that. Next. Food to be taken in this October, November, December: sweet, sour, salt, honey, milk and sugar cane. Next. Here, food not to be taken October, November, December, that is dry food without oil. And December, Jan, same as early winter, what I told. Next. What we should not combine: beans with milk and yogurt or curd should not be taken. Butter or ghee will not go uniously with all the foodstuffs. We should be very specific. Next, cheese with fruits, beans, eggs, milk, yogurt should not be taken. Next, banana milkshake, never take in your life. Next, now we have a tetrad of life: diet, exercise, adaptation and drugs. Next, we will convert this to triad. Next, diet and drugs, exercise, adaptation. Now, what's the meaning of this? Next. Today, if you eat food as drugs, tomorrow you don't have to eat drugs as foods. Right? Next. One capsule of drug XYZ plus injection insulin, morning and before breakfast, afternoon, before and after lunch, night, before and after dinner, before sleep. If you tell all these things to patient to take this, you're done. Do you think I don't have any other work to do just to take tablets of pills? Because he has made life like that. Next. So you have to adapt in the family, in the workplace, in the environment, in the society. Otherwise, next. Lack of adaptation will lead to stress, and that is the reason for disease. Next, just you keep one rotten tomato, spoiled tomato in a bunch of fresh tomato, it spoils within a day. In the same way, one small cell, because of stress and multi-factor, turns into cancer, easily spreads to other parts of the body. Next, almost one. Then you can see that normal cell turn into tumor cell. How the same cell become to tumor cell? Next. Now your body has capacity to heal itself. Just you should help. Otherwise, it leads to disease. Next. So reduce sugar and calories as much as possible. Next. For hypertension and diabetes, stop any kind of rice. Wheat and white flour, that's maida, and non-diabetes also they can reduce. And now you know people are going towards millets, so you can use millets for your lifestyle. Especially barnyard millet is the best thing. Next, so these are the health benefits of the millets. Next, so just soak the millets for 10 to 15 minutes. Wash it, add 2 times of water, boil it, and eat with any curry. It has a very low calories. This is the best. Next. You can just one small experiment I'll show you, then I'm going to stop because of the time factor. Which is the best in sweet, sugar or jaggery? Which is best? Jaggery. Next. See, I just rolled this sweet thing with wheat flour and kept near the ant hills, there. So what happened? I just observe the ants. What happens? Next. Sugar has been taken by most of the ants. Jaggery also has been taken. And artificial sweetener like sugar free was taken by few ants. But there's one leaf called stevia, that is a sweet herb. That tastes sweet, but it's not having a calories. I rolled with the wheat and kept near the ants. It is not taken. Not what we learn from this. Next. The ants go for calories, not for sweets. We go for sweets. With this, I'm going to end my talk. and wish you happy new year to everybody. So have a healthy life. Health is wealth. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Chandrasekhar, for the wonderful presentation towards the health what he has given. Now, I'd like to call upon